Hey everyone, it's shadowspeedy, and today I'm going to be playing Banished. It's I guess like a city building game. You build like a small village. Uh, yeah, so I'll just kind of get right into it. Yeah, you kind of build your like a small little village and start off with a couple people, and eventually you go and increase that out. Build more, and yeah. Um, see what we got to start with. This is actually a pretty good starting spot. So first thing you want to do is you want to get some houses for people. I'll actually pull up this, so you got our stats and everything up there. Next what we're going to do is we're going to build a forester. Maximize the space that we can do with the forester here. I think this is going to be the best place to put it. Do that. And we're going to want a hunting lodge. And gathering hut. There. And we will also collect all the iron, stone in this area. And I'll just speed this up while I talk a little bit about the game. I really like Banished. It's one of my favorite games when I'm playing it. The thing I like most about Banished is it's a very difficult game to play. There's a lot that went into it. It's not just kind of a build things as fast as you possibly can. There's a lot of like strategy in what to build and when to build it. So yeah, kind of what I mean about that is one of the things that you'll run into is if you build too quickly, it will definitely hurt you, because I'll just kind of go over this at the top here. So this is your population. So right now I have 10 adults, 0 students, and 6 kids. Adults are the only people that do any work. So if you have a lot of kids, they're going to be using up your resources like food, fire, wood, clothing, and all that. So if you build too quickly, you'll have a whole lot of kids that will use up all your resources, and they can essentially kill off your entire population because they'll eat all the food and everyone will starve because you now don't have enough workers to bring in more food. And also, you know, your population will age, so eventually people will get old and they'll die. So if you don't have enough people to come in and replace those people that are going to be dying from old age, you can also run into issues where you just don't have enough of a workforce. And that's one of the things I absolutely love about the game, is the fact that there's a lot of management that goes into the game. Just gonna take a look here. I think we need more stone. Let's collect all this stone. I'll just Lots of stone over here that hasn't been collected either. So that's one of the things I really like about the game, because I've had multiple times where I've game overed just because I expanded way too fast. So that's one of the things I really like about the game, is kind of the unrelenting difficulty of it. I'm just gonna get a couple more builders, get things built a little quicker here, because we need to get some food going here, because I'm starting to get low on it. Build a couple more houses. So the way these buildings work here, so the arrows is where you enter and exit. So there needs to be a path there. So if you have two places where you can enter and exit, that works. That's why if you move it up, it gives you 2 red, because when the entrance exit points inside something, and you're on top of a place that already has a place where people are entering and exiting. Okay, let's get some people working here. We're not going to cut, we're just going to plant and have 1 person planting, and a bunch of gatherers as well. I still have 6 people that are homeless. Should I build another house? We have 12 people, so I think another house would probably be beneficial. Grow the stone, most likely. Yeah, no stone. Okay. So let's go over a little bit here. So I have a forester here. They're going to plant trees. The thicker the trees are, the more animals you'll see in it that your hunting cabin can hunt and get food for, as well as more plants and berries and such will grow the older the forest is. So you kind of want to have a forester making sure that there's tons of trees and that, you know, the old ones are being replaced with new trees. So that's why you have a forester here, and then these two will be able to make you tons of food. And that's, I find, is the best use of space for food, is just planting a forest and then having these 3 in combination is the best way to get food, especially early on, because it doesn't require a lot, and you can get a lot done with just this group here. But one thing you will need to do is there are rocks and iron that's going to be in the way, so you're going to want to eventually clear those out to make room for more trees, to make room for more plants and animals to come in to hunt. And then I have my woodcutter here, which I'm just going to close down for now, to make firewood. Firewood is, I find, quite valuable later on in the game, because when we have someone who trade merchant, the firewoods trades quite well. Doesn't sell for very much, but you can get a lot of firewood for just a little bit of wood, and considering you can plant wood, it's kind of a renewable resource that you can always have. So that's why I really like having tons of firewood, because you can sell it and get stuff that you normally can't get, or something that you'd eventually run out of. So I think next what we're going to do here, we're running low on food. Food is always the biggest issue. Yeah, we are getting low. I'm hoping that these people can start getting us more food, and I'm out of stone again. I still have some stone, but could use more. So let's collect some more of that. Next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a school. So the thing is, when people are educated, they work twice, their efficiency is twice as much. They get twice as much done. So when they're cutting down wood into firewood, you get 2 times the firewood from a single piece of wood. And same thing goes for pretty much everything. If you're hunting, they're going to get like twice as much food. Gathering, they're going to find twice as much food. Wood cutting and planting, they're going to get that done twice as fast. So it's really important to have a school and have people educated. So you kind of want to I find you want to have that as soon as possible. I know some people that don't like to do it just because having school, it's an extra person you have to have working all the time. So you're losing out on an extra worker, but the fact that everything's going to be twice as more efficient is like a big benefit. And the other thing is instead of what would normally happen is the children here, which I have 6, as soon as they reach, I think it's like 13 or something like that, they go straight into the workforce. Whereas if they become a student, I believe that they are a student until they're like 18 to 22, somewhere in between that period. And so you're essentially missing out on the bit of a gap there of when you can have an actual another worker. So just some things that you can to consider when getting a school. I really like having the school, but I find a lot of other people don't like having school, so probably up to debate what actually is the best. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and build another house here. So houses hold up to 5 people. And as you can see, like, these people just had another kid. This is probably a new kid from when we started. This is probably a new kid from when we started. So the more houses you build, is when they'll start having kids, which is when your population can kind of get out of control a little bit. I don't want to get too much higher than what I'm at right now, just because I'm probably just making it, at least until these trees grow up a little bit more. I'm going to have to get more stone though, which is fine, because I do need to get rid of this stone as soon as I can to get more trees coming up here to get more food. I think we're all pretty good here for now. Like I said, I want to get the food up before I get too many more people. I don't want to get too much higher than 25. 25 is kind of where you're going to want to start to get more. These can probably work at 30 efficiently. So, and we're really kind of low right now on that. What I might do though is... somewhere here. Yeah, Taylor. There we go. That way we can convert some of the hides that we're getting from, or the leather that we're getting from the animals we're hunting, and make them into some clothing here. Because we only have 6 hide clothes left, so we're low on tools as well. Gonna want to get some tools. So I think at this point what I want to do next, once that's done, is I want to get a trading post out here. Is there any good places that have a fishing station? 'Cause those are really good food as well. And the fishing you want to have is surrounded by as much water as possible. So usually a lake or a giant river. And I don't really have a really good spot. The best place to put it would be right here. So I'm going to try to have my trading post up stream a little bit. There will be good. It's going to take a lot of stone and iron. So we will go over here. And let's just clear out more of the stone that we have here. and as well as, oh, there's not a lot of iron in this area, which is not ideal, but we'll make things work. Yeah, I'm running into food issues here. I'm a little bit too high on my population right now. So this house is probably a good thing it's not built yet. Let's plop down a fishery. Seems how there's only going to be one place that's going to be halfway decent in it. Because see, we're only getting like this area that we're going to be fishing in. So if you have this like in the middle of the lake, you can have a lot more area that you'd be fishing in to increase the efficiency of that. So next what we'll do here is gonna harvest some of these trees, just because we're gonna need some I'm out of firewood. Did not realize I was out of firewood. And I don't have any. Oh man. Got a couple more trees down. So I make sure everything's sufficient there. That's good. And we only need one person here because we're just planting. When you're cutting, you need a lot more people. How's there no resources? How are my workers working here? Okay, I only have 3 laborers. Got that to 5. Don't really need any builders right now. Seems how there's nothing to really build at this point. Actually, I need you. Yeah, let's get rid of all my builders. We'll build later. First, we need to start getting some of these trees cut so we can get some firewood going. To make sure people are warm. See, and there we go, we got our first student. So normally this student would have been with the adults as a worker, but they are instead being, they're going to be as students, and then once they graduate they'll become a worker, but they'll be more efficient than the workers that we have right now. A little bit more detail on everything. This is our wood supply: stone, iron, firewood, coal, how many tools we have, food we have stored, medicine, how many clothes we have, alcohol we have, and leather and wool that we have. Now that this is ready, we can go and turn that on. We need more wood, so we will just go. And I don't like to take out all the trees because they will kind of regrow if you leave some trees around, I find. So I just like to leave a couple trees around. I'm just going to take you off for now just so you're a gatherer. Just so I have another person working. Oops, sorry. But yeah, this is it so far. Actually, I've been going for a while here. So I think we'll leave it at this for now. We'll let this be completed. And get someone to start working on... Yeah, hide's the only thing that we can do right now. Get someone to work on that for now. I need more wood though. Let's start harvesting wood. Yeah, we have a little bit of wood, so we should be able to get some firewood here. Anyways, I'm gonna end the episode here. It's been a bit of a longer episode than normal, but that is cool. It's fine if you guys have longer episodes. If you like this video at all or you want to see more of it, definitely leave a comment and subscribe for sure, because I definitely need the subscribers. I want to thank you guys for watching, and you'll probably see some end cards here. If you see any that are interesting, I know I'm going to have like my SimCity playthrough here, as well as there's that Nuzlocke that I've been doing for a while. If you want to survive through the really terrible first couple episodes, I promise they get better on episode 5, because the first 4 were recorded like 4 years ago, and the rest were recorded like within a year. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.